Hi, my name is Caleb Bartlett, and this is week 6 of Medieval Barbarian History. So, my concept of medieval identity was one of hunter/provider groups who move on a regular basis to provide shelter and food for a group of people. Although they were somewhat sophisticated in group structure, they did not bother with stone or more permanent buildings. I would think that they had to move on a regular basis to follow game and find fertile ground for limited farming. One must keep in mind that travel would be primarily on foot, as horses were not widely used. It is difficult in modern culture to realize that the distance to travel is limited by how far one could carry all their goods/possessions. The Burgundians moving 500 kilometers with all their possessions is astounding. The author states repeatedly that mass migrations, as seen in modern times, would not have happened. My concept is one that if a Roman army were approaching, I think communities, no matter how barbarian, would look to relocate. If the army was only 800 strong, a community's chickens, goats, pigs, or cattle would be at risk. Population of groups would have to be limited by how many people could be supported, fed, and sheltered by the community. Considering modern disasters, I think that forest fires, floods, droughts, plagues, and superstitions would force societies to constantly relocate. My early beliefs that warning barbarians were looking for gold and silver is now amended to realize that metal tools, pots, and implements would be invaluable to them. We can now also assume that starvation is a powerful motivation to get rid of your neighbors. The readings impress one with the accumulation of Roman law, culture, and structure, if for no other reason than protection from other barbarians. It would also be a false concept to believe that the barbarians were a disconnected and unorganized society. In later centuries, they were able to organize and defeat well-armed and trained armies. Even with the Marnican miracle, the barbarians were using excellent strategy. Some of the tactics used indicate that in some cases the barbarian leadership were true taxon. Barbarian culture was lacking transportation and communication, yet over several centuries' time they became unhappy with Roman trifles, laws, and dominance. Yet the fall of Roman rule is rife with barbarian consequences on different continents. Like American pioneers, I believe that barbarians adapted to their environment or were unable to survive. These hardy and backward civilizations obviously were very attrute to surviving. So my question for this week is, the author disconnects the importance of nomads during the time period. Would not the nomadic people be the explorers of the time period? And how would they search out new fertile areas in which to live? Thanks.